If you're in project management, you know that feeling, right? You're less of a manager and more of a professional firefighter. You're constantly putting out blazes, never really getting the chance to build anything. Today, we're going to look at something that wants to change all that. It's called CoMng.AI, and it's designed to turn those firefighters into architects. I mean, does this question hit a little too close to home for you? Because for so many people, it's the absolute truth. The daily grind is just this frantic scramble of back-to-back meetings, documents scattered everywhere, and that constant nagging feeling in the back of your mind that something, somewhere, is about to fall right through the cracks. And that's the thing. It's such a high-stakes, high-stress world. We spend almost all of our time and energy just consumed by the process of managing, you know? We barely have any brain power left for the actual art of leading. We're always reacting, always putting out fires instead of getting ahead of them. And you know what? That reactive approach, that constant firefighting, that's the fundamental problem. The old way of doing things is just, well, it's broken. It's all built on manual processes, subjective gut feelings, and a total lack of real-time info. The whole system practically guarantees we'll be firefighters, not architects of success. This right here really lays it all out, doesn't it? On one side, you've got the old way. Tedious manual data entry, making big decisions based on a hunch, and always reacting to problems after they've already caused a mess. But on the other side, you see this whole new way of working. It's automated, it's backed by actual data, and it's proactive. It's about solving problems before they even happen. And that shift is exactly what CoMng.AI is all about. So, okay, that brings us to the solution. And I want you to think of CoMng.AI as something more than just another tool you add to your collection. No, it's designed from the ground up to be your intelligent partner, a real ally that does all the operational heavy lifting for you so you can finally focus on strategy, on innovation, and on actually leading your team to a win. And the key phrase here is AI native. This is so important. This isn't some old tool that had a few AI features sprinkled on top as an afterthought. No way. Its entire foundation, its DNA, is built around intelligent automation. So the moment you type in a simple description of your project, the AI is already working in the background, building the framework, predicting what you'll need, and getting ready to guide you. And look, the results really do speak for themselves. This isn't just some theory. As you can see, real teams out there are already changing the game, totally transforming how they work together and reclaiming all that time and energy for the stuff that actually matters. So you're probably wondering, how does all this intelligence actually work in practice? Let's do this. Let's walk through an entire project lifecycle from the very beginning to the very end and see how this platform is woven into every single step. This is what we mean by end-to-end intelligence. It's amazing. You start with just a simple idea, and bam, the AI defines your whole project. It helps build your team. It even plans your budget. Then, as you start working, it manages the day-to-day by optimizing your timelines, and it's always looking ahead, mitigating risk by constantly scanning the horizon for trouble. It's a completely intelligent workflow from start to finish. But let's be honest, managing the plan is only half the battle, right? What about all the emails, the reports, the presentations, all the communication and documentation that surrounds the actual work? Well, this is where CoMng.AI gets even cooler. It becomes your own personal content and communications team. First up, meet the composer. Think of this as your AI-powered communications assistant. Need to write a big project kickoff email or maybe a quick status update for nervous stakeholders? You just pick a template and the AI instantly pulls live data from your project to draft a professional context-aware message. Oh, and it can do it in up to 20 languages. Pretty incredible for global teams. Now, for the really heavy-duty stuff, the project plans generator steps in. And we're not talking about simple updates here. We are talking about comprehensive, in-depth business plans, risk assessments, and full-blown communication strategies, all built from the ground up using your project's own data. And what about when it's time to actually present your project? The presentation generator literally becomes your personal speechwriter. You just tell it who you're talking to, maybe it's a budget review or a steering committee update, and it creates a complete outline for you with talking points, and it even generates the charts and visuals you're going to need. And finally, just think for a second about all the brilliant ideas and crucial decisions that get lost in meetings. Well, CoMng.AI can take audio recordings from your meetings or brainstorms, automatically transcribe and analyze them, and then pinpoint key decisions and action items. It turns spoken words into a fully searchable, totally actionable project knowledge base. It's a game changer. Okay, these features are obviously super powerful, but what does it all mean for the business, for the bottom line? Let's talk about the real, tangible return on this investment. First, and this one is huge, a 40% reduction in administrative overhead. Just let that sink in for a moment. By automating all the boring stuff, the data entry, the reports, the tracking, you're freeing up your most valuable resource, your people, to focus on big ideas instead of paperwork. Second, you're looking at a 15% faster project completion rate. I mean, think about it. With timelines that are actually optimized and proactive solutions for bottlenecks, that speed translates directly into getting to market faster, which gives you a huge competitive edge. But at the end of the day, it all comes down to one thing: success. And the data shows that companies using AI-powered tools like this are reporting up to a 30% jump in project success rates. That means more projects are delivered on time, on budget, and are actually hitting their goals. So when you put it all together, the impact is just crystal clear. Costs go down because the AI helps you prevent budget overruns before they happen. Productivity gets a massive boost. We're talking around 25%, thanks to smarter workflows. And maybe most importantly, leaders can finally make better, faster decisions because they're using data-driven insights, not just guesswork. So what does all of this really add up to? Well, it's nothing less than a fundamental shift in what it means to be a project manager. It's about moving beyond the daily grind of just managing things and stepping into the role of a true strategic leader. This right here, this is the core promise. The technology is here to handle the science of project management, the scheduling, the tracking, the reporting. It does all of that for you so that you can focus on the human side of things, the vision, the motivation, the strategy, the relationships, the art of leading. Look, the era of reactive, manual management is coming to an end. The tools are finally here to create a more intelligent, more proactive, and ultimately a much more successful way of working. So the only real question left is, are you ready to make that shift? You can actually experience this for yourself. It really is time to stop firefighting and start architecting the future. Go explore CoMng.AI and start leading today.